Hello makers. We are in our schoolroom. I just wanted to give you a little tour of what we've been up to. I've been busy planning for the school year. It took me a little longer this year to get around to doing it. We've been busy with that root cellar, and I didn't want to start school until that was done. I needed Luke to finish that up because I know Chris needed his help, and it was a really good learning experience for him. So we're doing that, and I also wanted to get past my first trimester. We are expecting our 5th child, and I've been super tired and a little not so sick, but just not very energetic. So we're very excited, but it was time we got started. We're going to start school next week, and I just wanted to give you a little tour of what we're doing. I know some of you may homeschool. You probably have your own way of doing things, and I know I'm always curious about what other people do, so I thought I would just show you around and let you see what we do. So I hope you enjoy. So this I'm really excited about this year. We're just doing this. I've been working on this throughout the summer. I think it's so important for kids to have life skills, and ours are learning a lot just by working alongside us, but I was trying to find a way to make it more challenging for them and make them feel like there's a start and an end to each skill. So I'm trying to design classes that would just do that would give them goals, set goals for them for each skill, and then when they accomplish it, a reward. And I was online, and this lady on one of the Facebook pages had something very similar to what I was putting together already done up for me, and it really helped to get it more concrete in my head what I was trying to do. I did make some. I made my own classes, a couple of them, and I plan on doing most of the ones even that she did, kind of redoing them just to suit our family better. Let me show you a little bit. So for baking, Samantha does help in the kitchen, but I wanted her to acquire skills that would not only help her in our household, but when she gets her own household, of course, when she's a mom and a wife, and that she's going to need these skills. I'm also going to have a notebook we're going to put together for her, so she'll have all these recipes that she's already familiar with and good at making, and she'll bring that with her when she eventually goes away and starts her own family. So for each recipe for baked goods, we're just going to do one class per semester. And this is just an example. I don't know if she's going to do this one this semester or not. I'm going to let her choose what she wants to do. Well, both of them. So she's going to make each of these. I think there's 9 of them. I didn't even count. But anyway, she's going to make each one 3 times. One time she's going to make with me, or I'm going to actually make it, and I'm going to walk her through it, and then she's going to make it, and I'm going to supervise, and then she's going to make it all by herself. And when she does that for each of these recipes, then she'll graduate the class. And when she graduates the class, she'll get a little pin, and I'll show you those in a minute. And so I attached all the recipes that would go with that class. That's the class I made. And I'll show you some of the classes. There's also sewing. These are the ones that were on that Facebook page. And so there's sewing, and there's all different projects she attached to this. I personally don't really sew very much, but I really want our kids to know how to sew, and it's really important. So there's fun little projects that we're going to learn together because, like I said, I'm going to have to learn this too. And there's cleaning. All kids could use skills on cleaning. I'm hoping that we'll get better at this. There's cleaning class to check off. There's cleaning a toilet, sweeping and mopping, washing a mirror. Goes on and on. So concrete it in. Gardening. I want to do a class on canning and plant identification and other things like that. Preparing tinctures and medicinal home remedies, animal husbandry, taking care of livestock, and there's all kinds of classes I've got in my head that I need to work on. I'm trying to get through these, but And for the guys, you know, there's car maintenance, there's fire building, woodworking, and things that we need to know that you and I as adults probably learn through the School of Hard Knocks. I don't want my kids to do that. I want them to learn it through us. And I thought that this would be a more systematic way to teach them. Keeps me on track and accountable, and it keeps us all focused. So we're going to do one of these per semester. They'll be for a year. And here it is. Keepers of the Faith is what it's called. And you go on here, and there's all kinds of pins for everything you could possibly imagine. You just go over here to awards, and there's all pins. So we're just going to go ahead and use this, and have maybe, you know, for Samantha we'll have like an apron or something like that. I don't know, but they've got awards for everything. It's really, really cool. And they've got great books too, by the way. They've got good stuff on here. So, okay, just wanted to show you that before we got started on the academic stuff, because I think it's just as important to have life skills, and this is what we're going to do for that. So, okay, so this is my my folder for the year, and I just have a tab for one for Together School, one for Luke, one for Samantha, and this year is our first year with the girls. They're going to have their own little tab for preschool. And so what I do is for Together School, we're going to be doing language arts together this year. I'm not done with this yet. And Bible, and then read alouds. So each subject or each thing has its own sheet. And we do 4 quarters a year. And it's 9 weeks. 9 and 4 quarters is 36 weeks for the full year. By state, that's what's required here in Arkansas. And so I just plan out 9 weeks at a time for each subject. And that tells me what I'm going to do every single day. And then, you know, do the same thing for read alouds. And that's basically. Okay, so for example, for Samantha, this is her history for the whole quarter. And for week number 1, she's just doing lessons 1 through 5. So what I do for each subject is they each have a spiral, and I just write down that lesson for that day. So we're going to start on Monday, and she's got lesson 1 in math, and she checks it off as she goes. And she checks and corrects her own math, and then writes the percentage. So this also serves as a log. And then for history, I just go on that page. I don't want to move the camera too much, it gets blurry. But so from that, I just put that on there too. So history, she's going to do lesson 1, and there's different parts to that curriculum. I'll show you the curriculum in a second. And science and Bible, and I'll also add her chores. She has weekly chores on there, so I'll add those, her Monday chores on there too, so that way everything's all in one place. The other thing that's good about this is I do this every night, and it takes about 30 minutes. I could see how if you had more than 2 children that this probably would not be an ideal thing to do, but with only 2, it kind of works because it keeps them accountable. It keeps me on track. I know what they're doing every day because they do a lot on their own. I'm still busy canning and taking care of the twins, and I can't always sit with them like I'd like to, but this helps me to hold them accountable every night. I go and I check their work and make sure that they did it, and make sure that they're doing their math correctly, and then the following day, if there's anything that they need to fix or redo, I write that on that day. So at the same time I'm correcting their work from that day, I'm also flipping it over and writing the next day's assignments based on the next, everything's all written out already, so it makes it pretty easy. This worked for us really well last year. Okay, for Together School, we're going to be working through this curriculum, the Young Peacemaker. teaching students to respond to conflict God's way. I've read part of the book. It's really good, and I'm hoping that this will help us all to be able to resolve conflicts better. Using Sunlight. This is the first year we've used Sunlight. I don't know how it's going to go. I've never used it. It seems good. It uses a lot of books and real literature to teach writing and grammar. And this is our Bible we're going to go through. We got this from Homeschooling Torah when we were members, and I just printed out the Gospels from that Homeschool Curriculum online. New this year is our preschool letter of the week from Erica, Confessions of a Homeschooler. Looks really good. There's a lot of printing though. I did not realize how much printing this was going to be, so I actually just ordered a laminator. We're going to have to laminate all this, but tons of activities. Every is a new letter. So the first week we're going to be doing A's. And there's matching games where they match the letters, and there's tracing and cutting practice and all kinds of goodies in here. So it's like a really extensive. I don't know if we're going to get to all these projects, but at least it's going to keep us busy. And I'm going to teach them their alphabet, and there's memory verses, and it looks good. So we're excited about that. And the child has a milk crate for their school. Well, Luke and Samantha. And this is Samantha's box here. She's going to be using this for history, From Adam to Us by Notgrass. And we used that last year for Luke, and a really good, very good curriculum. We really enjoyed it. For math, they're both doing Saxon. Samantha's in 6-5 this year, and it can be independent learning, or it could be teacher-led, however you choose to use it. And for her science, I'm just using just little books I'm assigning her, and she's just gonna read through those and do activities and find out more information on the internet. And Luke is he's using Uncle Sam and You, which is also from Notgrass. This is government, and he actually started using this last year, so he's on part 2. He's just going to finish this up, and then probably going to do like a biblical worldview curriculum the second half of the year. I'm not really sure. When he finishes that, we're going to do something different, but so he's doing that, and he is in he's also using Saxon. He's in Algebra 1 this year. And for science, I don't have it because it's actually on the computer. It's a science dive. See, he's doing earth science this year. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you also are getting ready for school, and hope you all have a wonderful school year, whether you're homeschooled or in a public school or private school or whatever. I just pray blessings over your year, and may you grow in the wisdom of the Lord. Shalom.